किसी भी तरह की प्रॉपर्टी खरीदन या बेचन की पाल विचो ते दो ना याद करो, नवनीत सिंह सेठी ते नवीन दुआ। फेस टू फेस मीटिंग वास्ते थल्ले लिखे नंबर ते कॉल करो।
कोई भी प्रॉपर्टी खरीदनी हो या बेचनी हो, दो नाम याद रखिए, नवीन दुआ, नवनीत सिंह सेठी। नीचे लिखे हुए नंबरों पे फोन कीजिए और रूबरू होइए।
I can find that within minutes right now because there are too many people out there looking for job, and a lot of them have great qualifications, amazing experience. Right now in this job market, people are getting paid significantly less than what they would normally be worth.
And what is the attitude of companies for selecting quality talent compared to lower salary scale? It looks like a bargain market for employers.
It is definitely a bargain market. Employers right now feel that they can do anything they want because there are a lot of people out there without jobs.
जिन कैनेडियंस के रेज्यूमे में कैनेडियन एक्सपीरियंस है वो एम्प्लॉयर्स की फर्स्ट चॉइस होंगे, बट इमिग्रेंट्स जिनके पास कैनेडियन एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, they will have to face some tough time in getting back to the job market.
It's been hard for them. You get the people who are new to Canada who have no experience in Canada, and then you have the people that moved from another country back 3, 4, 5 years ago who are new, who have maybe some work experience, but they're still relatively new to Canada. And then you have people that have grown up in Canada. So you have 3 different sectors going on at the same time. The ones that are new to Canada are really in a tough bind right now in the economy because they're not finding the positions that they have maybe back home, and nobody's giving them an opportunity.
The employers are kind of biased towards people with Canadian experience. I don't know why that is.
Immigrants from other countries who migrated to this country have contributed immense growth in Canada, and the US is a perfect example of that. Immigrants have contributed in major fields like IT, NASA, software management, medical, etc. Then why we do not give chances to these new immigrants?
I think sometimes with the recruiters or the employers that it's the unknown, right? I don't know what this person has. I'd rather go with somebody who I know or who has experience with another company in Canada, a competitor, whatever the case may be. But not a lot of companies want to give new Canadians a chance, and it's really difficult because they do have that experience.
New immigrants are definitely at a disadvantage in this job market right now because you're perfectly correct. They have to compete with people with 10 and 15 and 20 years experience, and they don't have anything on their resume that says that they've worked in North America, and employers are using that, against them really.
एक साउथ एशियन इमिग्रेंट जो यहाँ आता है बड़े सपने लेकर, बड़ी डिग्रीज लेकर और एक्सपीरियंस लेकर, क्यों नहीं मिलती उसको जॉब आखिर? कहाँ गलती करते हैं हम एज अ न्यू साउथ एशियन इमिग्रेंट? और क्यों हमें कैनेडियन प्रोफेशनल वर्कफोर्स में शामिल नहीं किया जाता? क्यों हम मजबूर हो जाते हैं सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट ऑप्शंस के लिए? हमने कुछ ऐसे ही सख्त सवाल किए इन HR रिक्रूटर से कि साउथ एशियन इमिग्रेंट who are coming from South Asia are tested on the basis of education, experience, medical, English, and criminal backgrounds. Then only he or she gets Canadian immigration visa. Then why they are not valued when they land here? All those skills they are tested on by Canadian government in skills category. Why these skills and documents become useless as soon as a South Asian immigrant is landed here?
जब वो वहाँ से आते हैं वो अपना 50% जो है लूज कर जाते हैं। वो अपना मकान या अपनी प्रॉपर्टी बेचते हैं, अपनी क्वालिफिकेशन जो है वो वहीं जॉब क्विट के साथ ही बिक जाती है, फिनिश हो जाती है। वो चीज़ जो है वो हम लोगों को पता नहीं होता। जब वो एयरपोर्ट पे चढ़ते हैं वो वहाँ से फिनिश हो जाती है, एयरपोर्ट से आते ही ज़ीरो हो जाती है। यहाँ पे वो आदमी ज़ीरो हो जाता है, कुछ भी क्वालिफाइड हो तो उसकी जो है यहाँ पे रीबर्थ होता है। फॉर एग्जांपल मैं 45 ईयर्स में आया हूँ, 44 में, तो मेरा रीबर्थ हो गया। अब 44 को आप 60 या 70 से ले लो, वो उसका रीबर्थ जो है वो 20 साल रहेगा, 25 साल रहेगा। तो ही हैव टू फ्लटर लाइक अ बर्ड 20 ईयर्स। वो 25 साल जो है वो ऐसे फड़फड़ाता रहेगा। सो जो डिफरेंस ये है, और इस डिफरेंस को जो है वो कोई जानता नहीं है, जब देखता है तब पता।
You know what? Sometimes I don't even think recruiters know what the immigrants have gone through to even come into Canada. You know, they show up, they have a resume, and they're here. Well, how did they get here? What were the requirements? And maybe that is a point that maybe it needs to educate recruiters to say, you know what, these people have gone through all these things. Why aren't you giving them a chance?
यहाँ पे अप्रोच चलती है, कहीं भी आप जॉब लेने जाओ वो कहते हैं कि आपको कोई जानता है? रेफरेंस, वेयर इज रेफरेंस? जो रेफरेंस है वो रेफरेंस क्या चीज़ है? दैट इज यू कैन से अप्रोच। एक आदमी जो है उसका रेफरेंस है, वो चाहे ज़्यादा क्वालिफाइड नहीं है तो वो वहाँ पे जॉब ऑब्जर्व करे। कनेडियन से गवर्नमेंट कहते हैं नहीं, यहाँ पे ये रेफरेंस इज द सेम थिंग। इफ समबडी कम फ्रॉम अदर कंट्री, दूसरे कंट्री से आता है तो रेफरेंस की क्या है? जब आपने उसको वीज़ा दिया, स्टैंप किया, तो रेफरेंस किस बात का?
जब हम इस कंट्री में आते हैं तो अक्सर एक बात सुनने में आती है कि 80% ऑफ द जॉब मार्केट इज विद रेफरेंस एंड इज हिडन, and South Asian immigrants never get to this point when they can get into this job market.
There's a sort of a bias, if I may, with regards to immigrants, because the Canadian marketplace or the employers, they ask for Canadian experience, and these new immigrants, they are very qualified, very experienced in their professional background from their respective countries, and they need to convince the Canadian employers who don't know them, right? So there is always that little bias until the immigrants actually get into the workplace, then they can prove their skills. But it's very challenging for them to actually convince employers to hire me the very first time, give me a job.
For the same posting, I would probably say you're getting at least 50% more, if not more. Not only are we getting the regular people that are applying, but we're also getting people with no experience or no relevant experience to that position who are applying. So it makes recruiters' lives a lot more difficult because you have a significant amount more of resumes than you did before that you have to screen and go through, and you never know until you open up the resume and start reviewing it whether the person's qualified or not. I would always follow up if they apply for a position. I would always follow up with a phone call because a phone call sets you apart.
जब कभी आप किसी जॉब के लिए अप्लाई करें, अगर तो वो रिक्रूटर्स के थ्रू है तो 24 से 48 घंटे के अंदर अंदर उस रिक्रूटर को कॉल करके फॉलो अप जरूर करें, क्योंकि जब भी आप कॉल करते हैं रिक्रूटर्स आपके नाम जान जाते हैं और अक्सर फ़ोन पे बात करते हुए वो उन 200 रेज्यूमेस में से आपका रेज्यूमे ज़रूर निकालेंगे और एक बार उसे ढंग से ज़रूर पढ़ेंगे। अगर आपके रेज्यूमे में रिलेटेड एक्सपीरियंस या एजुकेशन है तो एटलीस्ट वो आपको इंटरव्यू के लिए ज़रूर बुलाएंगे।
They don't need to be somebody here for 50 years or 30 years or 20 years. The key is that to make the contact, to reach out to those people. And there's so many ways, you know, on Facebook, on social networking like LinkedIn, where these things didn't really exist, you know, 5 years ago, more than 5 years ago, that make it so much easier for the average person who's just arriving, who can create friendships, who can link up with people. And it doesn't have to be an employer. It could be somebody that they get their hair, where they get their hair done. You know, the person at the grocery store. They can go to networking events.
हमने देखा कि कैंडिडेट को क्या कुछ करना चाहिए to get a job successfully, लेकिन रिक्रूटर्स क्या देखना चाहते हैं आखिर आपके रेज्यूमे में और आपकी पर्सनालिटी में। ब्रेक के बाद हम आपको कुछ ऐसे फैक्ट से वाकिफ करवाएंगे जिनसे आप आज तक वाकिफ नहीं हैं। Stay tuned with special reporter.